All right, my name is Jennifer Clark, and I am interviewing Malcolm Mcleod at the Englewood Art Center in Independence, Missouri, as part of the Midwest Genealogy Center's Community Archiving Day, and the date is May 17th, 2025. So Malcolm, go ahead and tell us your story about Englewood.
Well, I grew up here, and my son called me and told me you guys were doing this today. And he thought it was over at 1 o'clock, but it's not over till 3. So here I am. But I guess recollection, I remember when they built the theater. I remember they built it in 1949, is the best I can recollect. One of the things I remember about it is there's a brick house down here a block away. They moved that house to build the theater in 1949. And that was I was 9 years old when they did that. It was quite an experience because I was a neighborhood kid and I got to see a lot of things that happened. And of course, the Ben Franklin dime store, I mean, that was everybody's heartbeat. Everything went on the dime store. And this strip along here, the dime store was there. There was a jewelry store, and the post office was down at the end for years, down at the east end of it. And I forget, but the Ben Franklin sign is still on top of the building. And there was a period of time. I went to work for Thomas J. Lipton, and when I got out of the Navy in 1961, I went to work for them in December. They were in the process of building a plant on 35th Street. Well, I went to work at the old plant downtown, and we moved out here in 62, and there was a period of time, and I don't remember the date, but when the Dickinson Theater owned the Englewood Theater, me and my wife and another couple, we took a job cleaning the theater. We'd do it one week and this other couple would do it the next week. And there wasn't nobody went back then. It was, you had to go in there and look to find places where people had sat, if there's any trash or anything. And, I think we made $75 a week or something like that. Of course, my kids thought it was pretty neat because they get all the popcorn and pop they wanted and everything until one weekend, the movie Escape to Witch Mountain by Disney, it come there on a Friday night. And I, of course, that Saturday I had to work for Lipton. Oh my goodness. I never seen so much popcorn and trash in my life. Escape to Witch Mountain by Disney. It was knee deep all over that place. Friday, we was there Friday night till 4 o'clock in the morning cleaning it up. And then I had to go to work Saturday. Saturday night, the same thing. And Sunday night, the same thing. Well, that was the end of that job. I didn't know more of that. And of course, back then, there was 4 theaters in this area. The Englewood, the Granada was up on the square, and the Byam Theater was over in Fairmount. And there was one in Maywood, but I don't remember the name of it. But all of the areas back then, of course, that was before Interstate and all the malls, the Blue Ridge Mall and all the rest of the stuff, when I was just a kid. But yeah, I remember, well, and a friend of mine lived across the street, worked for Alice Chalmers, and after Dickerson sold it, and I'm not real sure, but Kenny, the guy that lived across the street, he told me that the Englewood Theater sold on the courthouse steps for taxes, and that's when, I can't think of his name, the guy that did the country western shows up there. for a period of time. And be nice if they bring it back, but I guess they're looking into it, but don't know.
What would you like to see them do with the theater?
Well, I'd like to bring it back, but of course, this day and age, a big screen theater probably wouldn't make it, so I don't know if they could do more than one screen, but the whole strip down through there belongs to the people that own the theater, so all it takes is money and people who want to do it. But it's good to see some interest in it, because there's a lot of interest developed on the other side of Englewood, but there's not a whole lot going on over here, because this one organization not only owns the picture show, but all this strip mall down to, I guess, to where the puppet show's at. So I don't know what else you want.
Well, what impact do you think that the theater and the store have on the community, whether in the past or even currently, or could have?
Well, there was a period of time, of course, when I was a kid, there wasn't no multi-theaters that got 4 or 5 screens. But I guess when I was a kid, there was 4 theaters, and they did pretty decent. But I know when I was working at Dickerson, I don't know how they kept the doors open, because there wasn't nobody going to the picture show. That's probably why they sold it. And they had some live entertainment there for a period of time, but eventually it closed, and the rest of them closed up too. There's none that are open anymore in this area other than the ones that I guess still Independence Center has one. It's a multi-screen. I don't know if anybody goes to movies. Well, we used to have a lot of drive-ins, but they're all closing now too. So I don't know what they'd bring it back as. It's antique. Of course, the way I understand it, it needs a lot of work internally to bring it back. So, and there's people that's got the money if they want to do it. So they've done a lot of other stuff in the Englewood area. The other areas, the Maywood area and Fairmont area, are pretty dead, but Englewood is so far has survived pretty good. It would be good if they could bring this, what would be the south side of Englewood back.
Yeah. Do you have any other stories or anything that you would like to share?
Oh. Well, I did run a food pantry over there for CSL for 25 years over by our church. Over at Fairmount CSL. But I got where churches are hurting, and people don't volunteer to do that kind of stuff anymore. All my help got to where they couldn't do it, and I couldn't do it either. So.
Well, we appreciate you sharing your story with us, and we thank you so much.
Like to see something happen, but
yeah,
time will tell.